Hi, my name is Erin Braxton, and today I want to talk to you about 4 ways you can begin making time for your business. So if you find yourself working in your business versus working on your business, then this is definitely a video for you and you should keep watching. So ask yourself a few questions. Do you spend the majority of your time working on your client or customer business? If the answer to that is yes, then you definitely need to keep watching this video. If you haven't made any efforts to actually grow or nurture your business in the last 6 to 12 months, then this is definitely a video for you and you should keep watching. If you find that you have no time to do anything but work on your existing business, then this is definitely a video for you. And finally, if you don't really know the difference between working in your business and working on your business, you most definitely need to be watching this video. Let's start with the 4th problem. If you don't know the difference between working in your business versus working on your business. So working on your business is actually setting goals, making plans, growing the business that doesn't relate to your client. It has nothing to do with your existing business, has nothing to do with your current clients. You're actually spending time doing things like marketing and social media and promoting your own business, not just servicing the clients and the customers that you already have. So if you're doing that and you find yourself doing that all the time, then you're working in the business, but you're not working on the business, doing the things for your actual business that you need to do to make it grow. So that's the 4th problem. If you didn't know the difference, there it is. So let's start with the first way that you can actually work on your business. Number 1, actually work on it. Just set the time and do it. Now, I know a lot of people don't really have a lot of time. They feel like their time is limited and they can't really set aside time to work on the business, because if they do that, they're going to lose the customers that they already have. But if you do lose those customers, because customers do come and go, well, what are you going to do? You haven't been working on your business, building, nurturing your business up until this point. So you're going to be left with no customers. So it's super important to do this. And one of the things that I find is easiest to do is make this the first thing you do every day. If you leave it to the end of the day, it's likely that it's just not going to get done. You're going to get wrapped up in client calls. You're going to get into other things, other problems, fires come up. Those are going to be your priority, and working on your business is going to be something that is an afterthought, or you're just going to put off until the next day. So if you set the time to do it first thing in the morning, that probably is going to work best for you, but everybody's different. And a lot of us tend to get up in the morning, reach for our cell phones or smartphones or whatever, check email before we get anything done. Oh, there's a fire, there's something I need to do. And we begin working in our business, not on. So if you make that time to do that, and even if that means getting up 30 to 45 minutes early every day just to get 30 minutes on your business every day, then that's something you need to work to do, because it's so important for the growth of your business. The number 2 way you can begin making time for your business is to actually make a plan and set goals. So say you begin to set the time aside, you've got the time set, you're gonna make the time to work on your business. And you sit down and you're like, all right, I'm going to work on my business, but you don't know what it is you're going to do with your business. That can end up leading you around in circles. You know, you can start looking at your email, doing other things, get distracted, and get right back into working in your business, working on client and customer situations that you know you're going to do otherwise later on, but that's not what that time is for. If you set goals and you have a plan, then you're more likely to get things done. So like, say for example, you want to blog. You know you want to blog every day, or you want to make sure you put out a blog post every week because you know it's going to help get information out about your product or your industry or whatever. Set that time aside to write. If you know you need to network and prospect and get new clients, you need to set the time aside to do that. Even if it's right there from your home office. If you know you need to do social media, if you know you need to post on, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, if you know you need to do some LinkedIn work, whatever that means, if you know you need to prospect to keep the buzz out, the word out about your business, you're going to have to do that. If you don't do it, nobody else will. So you've got to make the plans to do that. One thing you've really got to make time to do is to actually work on the product development and services of your business. So for example, you know that you need to create this new product or this new service and develop the parameters around that or create that so that you can get more business in. If you're constantly working on current business or existing business, you don't leave yourself a lot of time to do that. That's another thing that you can set aside and make a plan to do. So it's really important to make a plan, stick to it, set goals, so that when you do put that time aside to work on your business, you're actually working on actionable items and goals for your business, and you don't get distracted and go another direction. The third way that you can make time for your business that a lot of people don't do, and I know I have a huge problem with, is setting boundaries around yourself and your business. So one of the things that I do is I find myself frustrated because I feel like my clients can contact me at any time. In the past, I've really had a problem with this. And I can't get mad at anybody but myself. It's something I've set that expectation with my clients. So if they call me at any time, I answer. If they text me, I answer. If they call me on the weekends, I respond. All that is my fault. It's not theirs, it's mine, because I've set the expectation. So a really easy thing to do, I don't say it's easy, but a simple thing you can start or enact in your business is setting business hours. It's easy. And you let your customers know, you let your clients know, depending on your business, hey, I work from 9 to 5 every day. I'm at lunch from 12 to 1:30. Whatever that is, set the boundary for when you're going to be available. Quit taking calls at any time of night. Just don't do it. Now, I'm a web developer, web consultant, and obviously if my client contacts me and says, hey Erin, our site is down, that's an emergency. I'm going to stop what I'm doing and I'm going to figure out why their site is down. But most of the time, clients contact you just because they can. It's not an emergency. It might be an emergency to you, but it's really not an emergency. They're just doing that because they know you're going to respond, and you've got to take care of yourself. And the time that you're not working 24/7 and allowing people to come into the time that you've set aside to do other things with those boundaries are times that you can actually make time for your business or your personal life or whatever you've got going on. So that is the third thing. Set boundaries around yourself and your business. And the fourth way that you can make time for your business, and I cannot scream this loud enough, is to get help with your business. This is the second business that I've had. In the first business, I had some success, but I believe the reason that I really wasn't able to make that business successful, there were a number of reasons, but one of the big reasons was I did not get help. I tried to do everything myself, which is crazy. It's crazy. You cannot, okay? So a lot of people are saying, oh, I can't afford help. I wish I could get help. I'm not there yet. But you're not going to get there unless you get help. So one of the ways that I've gotten help in my business is to do things that I don't want to do and that I avoid doing because I don't want to do them so bad. Like, I detest them so bad. So bookkeeping. I mean, I have the bookkeeping software. I've had QuickBooks. I have Xero. I have invoicing software, Harvest Business apps. I have all kinds of stuff, to do my books, but I don't do my books. My books were a hot mess. So finally, I hired a bookkeeper to get my books in order and to manage that for me on a daily basis. It relieves the stress. It frees me up to do other things. And you know what? I have the security of knowing that's being handled. So it's time to file taxes. I send that stuff to my accountant and I'm done. I don't have to have a bunch of stress wrapped around me because I haven't been paying attention to my books, right? Another individual that you can probably get to help you with is an assistant. A lot of people think, oh, I can't afford an assistant. I have to do everything myself. I don't want to pay an assistant. But I promise you, getting an assistant is the best thing you can ever do. And you might not have a lot of money to pay an assistant. Maybe you only have, $100 a week to pay an assistant. So if you get an assistant that costs you $15 to $20 an hour, that's at least 5 hours of work a week that you can take off your plate. That's 5 days in a week. That's an additional hour a day of work that you would be doing yourself that you can put towards growing your business. So I follow Founder on Instagram, and they put out some great quotes, but this is a quote I think that they actually put out themselves. And I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and the quote was, "Teamwork divides the task and doubles the success." And it really does. So if you really put time and effort into finding that help that you need, even if it's just for a few hours a week, you can really get yourself on a trajectory to grow your business instead of just working in your business. So I just want to recap the 4 things that you can begin to do to really make time for your business. Number 1, just make the time and do it. Set that time aside, whether it's the morning, first thing in the morning, whether you're deciding you're going to have working lunches every day, whatever it is, set the time aside to actually do it. The second thing you want to do is make a plan. Once you have the time set, what do you plan to do? What are the goals that you have in place to get yourself from A to Z so you can make time for the business and actually make productive time for the business, okay? Third thing, set boundaries around yourself. If you don't have office hours, get some. If your clients feel like they can contact you at any time and you're constantly putting out fires that aren't really fires, but just stuff that you're doing because people have access to you, unlimited access to you, rectify that situation as soon as possible. In a nice way, but do so. And finally, get help. Get the help that you need, no matter how little, no matter how many, how little the hours. There are people out there who are looking for work, who have the skills to do what you need and more. Find somebody to help you with the things that you can't do or that you can push off to somebody else at whatever level until you can grow and get more help. So, you guys, thank you so much for joining me and watching my video. I'd love to hear how you found ways to make time for your business because, as a small business owner, it's really hard. Like, what are you doing to really make the time? Like, what habits are you putting in place so that you find the time to really grow your business? It's a real problem for a lot of people, so I want to hear about it. So definitely leave a comment in the comment section below or go over to my blog, therebelgeek.com/blog, and comment there. And if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.